Cuerpo, sara mo na yan!
From diving straight into the scorching hot Newcastle United transfer news coming out of Real Madrid, to the mind-blowing updates on a sealed and confirmed major deal at Newcastle United that is set to leave Liverpool in the dust.
Wow! Beautiful!
To relishing in the glory of Newcastle's triumphant return to Champions League nights at St. James Park, where they dominated PSG with a stunning 4-1 victory.
As well to play that aggressively, that front foot against one of the elite teams in Europe.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
You have questions?
Yes. I had a lot of questions. I'm sure you had a lot of questions, but rest assured, we're going to answer them right now.
As we explore Newcastle's difference makers, uncover the secrets behind their midfield resurgence, how they are remarkably evolving, and take you on a wild ride filled with sizzling transfer news and the latest developments at the mighty Newcastle United. Starting off with our captain and leader, Jamaal Lascelles, who after the game said,
Kieran Trippier managed to get Mbappe's shirt for his son. Was it a bit of a fight to see who would get it, or were you not too fussed?
I thought I'm not even going to bother asking for his. But yeah, I got Marquinhos, so that's not far off Mbappe. I'll take that.
I was going to say you were close enough to Mbappe during the match. His shirt anyway. You didn't need it afterwards.
I didn't even want to talk to him. The only talking he was going to get was, something aggressive. But no, to play against players like that is crazy, really. And credit to everyone involved tonight. Done a great job, and we're halfway there.
Talking about Kieran Trippier. Since joining Newcastle United in January 2022, he has been an exceptional player for Eddie Howe's team. Against Paris Saint-Germain, Trippier demonstrated his leadership qualities by setting an example on the field. He remained calm and composed while facing Ballon d'Or nominee Kylian Mbappe, effectively neutralizing any potential threat from the left flank. Trippier also took advantage of Mbappe's tendency to not track back, creating a 3v2 situation on the right wing and contributing to a great goal with Sean Longstaff's underlap. Trippier's extensive experience in the Champions League was evident during the match against PSG. If Newcastle aims to maintain their unbeaten run in the competition, they will need to rely on and learn from the composure and expertise of the England right-back, particularly in high-pressure moments. Against PSG, Trippier had the highest increased chance of scoring as a passer. 1 assist, a 0.47 expected assists, 2 clearances, 2 interceptions, 1 tackle, 48 touches, a 70% passing accuracy, 2 accurate crosses, 7 accurate long balls, 3 key passes, and 1 big chance created. Trippier's consistently solid performances have also earned him a nomination for the September League Player of the Month award, further highlighting his impact on the team. Then, after a slow start to the season, Bruno Guimaraes has returned to his best form for Newcastle United. In the match against Paris Saint-Germain, the Brazilian midfielder showcased his skills by controlling the midfield and effortlessly connecting the defensive and offensive lines for his team. Guimaraes has proven himself capable of handling the pressure of elevating Newcastle to new heights, a responsibility he shouldered numerous times last season. Bruno Guimaraes in the first half against PSG had an 80% pass accuracy, 23 touches, 16 out of 20 passes completed, 2 out of 3 ground duels won, 2 key passes, 1 big chance created, 1 assist. With his impressive performance against PSG in the Champions League, Guimaraes is poised to win the hearts of the Geordie faithful once again. His ability to dictate play and make a significant impact on the pitch will be crucial for Newcastle's success going forward.
Hi Newcastle fans, I'm very happy for today's wins. I think everyone performed well, the atmosphere was unbelievable as always. This is for you as always, and come on Newcastle.
While amidst the injury troubles of Brazilian midfielder Joelinton and Willock, Sean Longstaff, a native of North Shields, has emerged as a reliable and consistent presence in Eddie Howe's team. Over the past 5 games, Longstaff has showcased his abilities and has been in excellent form. His impressive performances continued against PSG, where he found the back of the net with a well-taken chance in the 50th minute. While Longstaff may not possess the same level of technical skill and ball-playing ability as Joelinton, he offers a different dimension to Newcastle's midfield. His incredible work rate and relentless effort make him the engine that drives the team from the first minute to the final whistle. Against PSG, he had an 86% pass accuracy, 40 touches, 24 out of 28 passes completed, 3 ground duels won, 2 out of 2 tackles won, 1 key pass, 1 goal. With Longstaff performing at such a high level in recent games, Eddie Howe is likely to face a selection dilemma when Joelinton and Willock eventually return to full fitness.
You say you're happy for Bernie to score, but yourself, you love a big goal at the Gallagher, don't you? I mean, where does that rank in compared to the Southampton goals?
Yeah, obviously, I think to play in the Champions League, it's the elite of the elite. It's the best teams in the world, and for us to be competing in it is great. But we also want to show that we're more than just here to sort of just play for a season. We want to try and be here all the time and prove we can mix it with the best teams. I thought we've done that tonight, and yeah, it's funny. My dad says you always score in big games, but I'm not sure that's true. But yeah, he'll be sort of claiming that, and yeah, like I said, it's just a great night for everyone involved.
And obviously it's people like Alan Shearer, Tyno Asprilla, Craig Bellamy, Andy Griffin, they're the sort of names that are in folklore, and now you, Dan Burn, Miggy, Fabian Schär, you're in that. How does that feel? Yeah, it's probably not sunk in yet, to be honest. I think it's not till probably in years to come you're going to sit back and say I've played in the Champions League and I've been able to score in the Champions League. So yeah, obviously over the moon, and yeah, like I said, just so happy for everyone involved. I knew it was going to be a really tough game, which it was, but ultimately I thought the fans were amazing, the atmosphere was amazing, and yeah, great night.
Furthermore, Dan Burn, a native of Blyth, is also experiencing a dream come true in Newcastle. At first, Burn's signing under Eddie Howe may have seemed like a modest one, especially considering the expectations of major signings after the club's acquisition by PIF. However, Burn has proven to be a shrewd addition who has elevated the team to another level. His performance against PSG in particular exemplified Newcastle's resurgence since 2021. Burn's relentless pursuit of Dembele at left back effectively neutralized PSG's attacking threat at St. James Park. In addition to his defensive contributions, which included 6 defensive actions, 4 clearances, and 5 successful duels, Burn made very few mistakes on the grandest of stages. The highlight of Burn's performance came towards the end of the first half, when he scored a goal that will forever be etched in his memory and in the hearts of every Geordie in the stadium. Venturing forward into the penalty box, he unleashed a powerful header that Donnarumma nearly stopped, but it ultimately crossed the goal line. As the Gallowgate end erupted in celebration, Burn experienced the fulfillment of every fan's dream. Dan Burn's journey and his standout performance against PSG epitomize the spirit of Newcastle's revival. His commitment, skill, and memorable goal have endeared him to the fans, solidifying his place in their hearts as a true Geordie hero. In Dan Burn and Sean Longstaff, it means Newcastle have 2 different English goal scorers in a single UEFA Champions League game for a second time after December 1997. Miguel Almiron had a superb match. In the first half against PSG, he had 22 touches, 4 out of 6 ground duels won, 2 out of 2 tackles won, 2 fouls won, 1 goal. The goal meant that Miguel Almiron had scored Newcastle United's first Champions League goals since Alan Shearer scored away to Inter on the 11th of March 2003. That was 7,513 days ago. The match saw Miguel Almiron given the Man of the Match award.
A los fans de Newcastle, solamente palabras de agradecimiento. La verdad que siempre me apoyaron a mí, le apoyaron al equipo. Yo me siento como en casa y nada, estoy muy feliz y siempre me siento muy cómodo cuando juego acá en el St. James frente a los fans. La verdad que me da una alegría muy grande. What a night! Thank you to all the fans and come on Newcastle.
Fabian Schär also put in a masterclass performance, managing an 81% pass accuracy, 40 touches, 22 out of 27 passes completed, 7 clearances, 3 long balls completed, 2 out of 2 ground duels won, 2 out of 2 tackles won, 2 interceptions, 1 goal. With that, both Miggy and Fabian Schär have been named in the UEFA Champions League Team of the Week occasion and go into the international breaktop of Champions League Group F.
Talk to us about the bravery shown as well to play that aggressively, that front foot against one of the elite teams in Europe.
Yeah, I think that is a key point. I think you need that that mindset. That doesn't just come. I think that comes with confidence and believing we can deliver that kind of performance. We've got some really good athletes in the team, some very intelligent players as well. I thought they made good decisions. It wasn't perfect, you know, we got played through a few times and then we had to recover, but the attitude to that work was spot on.
Did you sense the belief growing amongst the players when they sort of started the way they did and the fans responded to it?
Yeah, I had no doubt that would be evident in the game. I thought if we could get the crowd in the game, I thought we could make it difficult for them to find maybe their normal rhythm. As I say, it was cat and mouse. They had moments, we had moments, but thankfully we scored goals at good times and got our noses in front. And yeah, then the attitude was very good second half to try and see the game out.
You say it wasn't perfect, but it was the team's first game in Europe in 20 years, Champions League in 20 years. It looked at times like you were a seasoned Champions League team. How impressed were you with the maturity that the players showed?
Yeah, I think very impressed because, you know, these experiences they're not easy. There's a lot of emotion going into every game. Players will be feeling certain differences to Premier League games. So I think I'd love to think we'll get better for every match that we play. I didn't think it was perfect. I thought we could do better on the ball tonight. I was a little bit frustrated, especially in the second half, that we didn't keep the ball more. But it's full of positives and full of praise for the players and what they've given me and the football club for this sustained period. But we know that nothing's decided and there's a long way to go in the group.
Although Newcastle had the fewest touches in the opposition box in the UEFA Champions League this season, 23, as well as having the lowest XG, 1.2, among all sides, and had a 27% ball possession and suffered a wave after wave of PSG attack, especially in the second half, as seen in the field tilt. It was a clinical display in an electric atmosphere on the night, and they secured the huge win. The result meant that for the first time ever, Newcastle United have scored 4 goals in a Champions League match. While it was the first time PSG conceded 4 goals in a Champions League match since that night at Camp Nou, on the 8th of March 2017. A clear statement that Newcastle are up to the challenge. Then in other Newcastle United news, Real Madrid, in their transitional phase, is looking to strengthen their squad with young and talented players. 2 players from Newcastle United have caught their attention. As reported by Defensa Central, via the Mirror, Real Madrid sent Yuni Calafat to monitor Kylian Mbappe during a match against Newcastle United, but he also took a closer look at Alexander Isak and Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes has been linked with Real Madrid in the past, and the club has been monitoring his progress since his time at Lyon. While their current midfield depth may raise questions about his fit, it's possible they are preparing for the future departure of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. On the other hand, Isak could be the future number 9 that Real Madrid is currently lacking.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
They have previously encountered the Swedish international during his time at Real Sociedad. Guimaraes might be considered a luxury signing, while Isak could be in long-term addition to the club. It remains to be seen if Real Madrid will make a move for either or both of these players in the future, but there is no doubt that they possess quality. Talking about Bruno Guimaraes. There has been a huge development. In a major done deal for Newcastle United, Bruno Guimaraes has secured his future at the club by signing a 2-year contract extension. The Brazilian midfielder will now stay with Newcastle until June 2028, with a release clause of approximately £100 million included in his new contract. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, the contract agreement has been finally sealed and confirmed, and an official announcement is imminent. Guimaraes has publicly expressed his commitment to the club by celebrating his goal in the 8-0 win against Sheffield United and kissing the Newcastle club crest on his shirt. Despite attracting interest from clubs like Chelsea and Liverpool, as well as having conversations with Real Madrid, Guimaraes has chosen to remain with Newcastle. The club is expected to announce the new deal soon.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for support.